Hello loves, welcome back to my channel. Today we're testing out a bunch of brand new high-end makeup and we're gonna see if these are worth the hype and worth your money. So grab a snack, get cozy, or grab all your makeup and your brushes so we can get ready together, and let's get into it and do a full face first impressions. You already know, brows are done, lids are primed. I did my usual brow routine, and then for primer I used the Rare Beauty eyeshadow base. So for eyeshadows, I'm gonna do something simple today. Simple, we'll see. But these are the Fenty shadow sticks, the long wear shadow sticks. So we're gonna try these out. I have two mattes and two shimmers. I think I want to start off with the matte shades. I have these two beautiful colors right here. Starting off with the first one in Shroom Mate. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of the color Come and Get It. That's cute. So let's start with the softest brown first. I really like the idea of shadow sticks because it's so easy. So I'm gonna just put this all over the lid and then just blend, because that's what I've seen people do with these. I like this color. Very, very pretty. So I'm gonna just put this all over. Then I'm gonna use a little blending brush and diffuse that out a little bit. They feel creamy, but not overly creamy. Like, they definitely kind of dry a little bit quickly. I wonder if you can even take this on a brush and then apply it. So first impressions, I think you have to work kind of quickly with these because they do dry pretty fast, but I like the pigment that they have. They go on pigmented. They have a little bit of a creamy yet kind of dry formula though. You can maybe kind of see as I'm applying it what I mean by that. You can blend them out, but you kind of have to put a little effort into it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just super seamless. You definitely have to work the product in. The only other shadow sticks that I've tried, which are super creamy, are the ones from Rare Beauty, which I do really like as well. Those feel a little bit creamier than these, but I still really like this color so far. I think this is really pretty. I'm going to take the other color in Come and Get It, which is a little bit of a deeper brown. Let's add that in right on the outer lid a little bit, kind of like how I would with a deeper eyeshadow. You kind of have to just, like I said, put some effort and tug a little bit at your lids to blend, but you definitely do get some nice color payoff with these. I think what's nice about shadow sticks is that you don't have to be super precise. You can kind of be a little bit more sloppy, because then once you apply it, you can kind of just blend and that's it. So it doesn't have to be perfect. And you can pretty much place the shadow stick where you want and then just blend. Yeah, I just wish there was a little bit more creaminess to it, but other than that, I do really like the color payoff, and I think these shades are really nice. Like, this is a really perfect eyeshadow look for every day. I'm gonna add the color, I think Fizzy Rose, over top. Let's see how this looks, because it's kind of like that bronzy sort of champagne. Let's add that right into the inner part. That is gorgeous. I'm gonna place that down and then just diffuse the edges a little bit with a flat shader brush. This one feels a little bit creamier. I wonder if the shimmers are more creamy than the mattes. Just gives a really subtle sheen. Put on the e.l.f. eye tapes because I want to do a very smoky black winged liner, and I want to use the Huda Beauty Longwear Creamy Eye Kohl. This one is in extreme black. Wow, that's super black. Very creamy. I think I love this. That is so black and intense. And the way that that just glided on, very satisfying. I'm gonna take a tiny little brush. This one is from ColourPop. It's the E28. And I'm gonna use a black eyeshadow just to smudge this out a little bit. So I'm gonna jump into the ABH Sultry palette. How beautiful is this? I love just the simplicity of this palette, but I'm gonna go in with this black shade right here. Very lightly, I'm gonna diffuse that out and smudge it against that black eye kohl, just to give this a very smoky effect. I really like that. That eye kohl is so black too. Of course, I applied a lash. You already know, Kiss So Wispies, number 11s. I will pop a picture of them right here. They are the best lashes for literally anything. But this is the thing for me, I am just so obsessed with glitter. Within the last like year, I feel like I need to add a little glitter to any look that I do. So I'm going to use this Moon Dust palette from Urban Decay. This is not new. I believe this was actually limited edition for the holidays. If I can find it, I will link it. But I'm going to use the shade Wild Dipper Rides Again. And I'm gonna pop that on the lid a little bit just for a little extra sparkly glitter moment because I feel like I need it. Yes, that's exactly what I needed. So I'm just gonna press that down. You can use your finger, you can use a brush. So pretty. Because I'm gonna be honest, the shadow sticks, they're nice, but I don't know if it's really like wowing me too much. Yes, I like that though. See, it just gives a little sparkly touch, and that's like always what I feel like I need with all my eye looks. I believe you can buy these single, by the way, this color. I don't think that the colors in here are limited edition. I believe that this just like the entire palette was limited edition, but you can buy these as single glitter shadows. I really like that. Yes. Okay. Now we can move into the skin. I'm gonna try out this primer. This is the original Photo Finish Smooth and Blur Primer from Smashbox. I've seen this in a couple different videos on TikTok, so I just wanted to get a mini because I haven't tried a Smashbox primer in forever. I really love the primerizer. That's like one of my favorite Smashbox products, but let's try this out. This is like an OG product, but I feel like, you know, sometimes OG products, they just make a comeback. So I'm gonna put this right in this area right here just to smooth the skin. Oh, you know what this reminds me of? Maybelline Baby Skin. Do you guys remember that primer? It kind of has that silicone type feel. It just slips and slides on your face, I feel like. But it does feel nice. Picked up a new foundation. The primer feels nice, by the way. It is super smooth. I'm glad I got the mini because I feel like you don't need a lot to get that smooth effect, which is nice. So now for foundation, I got the Polite Society More Than a Pretty Face foundation. Apparently this is a clean formula, and there's skincare in here as well. So there's apparently vegan hyaluronic acid for plumpness. There's niacinamide, which is supposed to minimize pores. Willow bark for brightening. There's no alcohol, no mineral oils, no parabens. Packaging looks like this. Very cute. I don't know if this is gonna match. You guys know how I am with shades. I can never get it right. This one is in light neutral, so hopefully it'll be a good one. I tried to get something that isn't yellow and warm. They were actually sold out of a lot of shades in this when I went in stores. So hopefully this will be a good match. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Hold on, what is the coverage looking like with this? I'm not sure. Oh, it's weightless. It's supposed to mimic real skin, but it covers, corrects, and treats your skin as well. Okay, let's see. Use my fresh foundation brush. Actually, I think the color is good. Light neutral. Oh, that looks good. Yay, we have a color match. I'm so happy. This like is rare over here on the channel. This is gonna be a good makeup day. That looks really good, by the way. Blend it in like a dream. The color is perfection. It's very smooth. It does have good coverage. You see it just covered up those little scars that I had above my lip. I think that looks really good. Oh, that looks really nice. I love this color. It's like the perfect light neutral. So far so good, no complaints. I love the way that blended into the skin. It gave nice coverage. The color match is bomb. Looks very smooth and airbrushed on the skin. It doesn't feel heavy. I think the finish is nice too because it's not overly dewy. It's not matte. It has like a nice natural kind of satiny finish. I'm here for it. I think the packaging is also very cute. Okay, I'm not mad about it. I'm so happy that I got a good match. I'm gonna throw out the packaging because we don't have to return it for once. I cannot stand returning complexion products because it's so wasteful. Because then they like usually throw it out and I always feel bad. But this is perfect. So let's go in with the concealer. I got the Fenty Beauty. I just picked this up today and hopefully this is a good match too. But this is the Wear Even Hydrating Long Wear Concealer. I am obsessed with Fenty Beauty complexion products. I feel like they do complexion right. I honestly prefer the complexion and lip products over their eyeshadows, and I feel like that's kind of the case even today. Like with the shadow sticks, like they're okay, but the complexion is just always it for me. But this concealer is supposed to be pretty much all the things, and I picked up the shade 240N. I really like the packaging. The doe foot is really nice. I got a color that isn't too light. I wanted it to be a little bit more just neutral to my skin because I have very hollow under eyes, and sometimes when I do concealers that are too light, it just makes my under eyes look even more hollow. Oh, that's very skin-like. The formula feels very thin, but it definitely gave coverage in the most natural way. That's beautiful. I'm gonna add a little bit more. The color is perfection, by the way. It's pretty much like the color of my skin, which is exactly what I wanted. I am so tired of using concealers that are like super light. Also, it's not flattering on me personally. Sometimes I like a little brightness, but you see how that just covered up? It definitely is a nice hydrating formula. That looks really good. I don't really have any complaints about the complexion products. They look really, really good. I don't think that Smashbox primer is my favorite, by the way. I can remember kind of a little bit of it. Like, I think I used that before because the texture feels familiar, but it's literally like the Maybelline Baby Skin Smoothing Primer, which once upon a time used to be my favorite, but then I've come to terms with those primers. They don't really help with the longevity of my makeup, so I prefer something that's a little bit more smoothing but gripping. Like the foundation and everything still applied beautifully over top. The concealer looks really good. The match is perfect. I feel like this is going to be a really good concealer that I could use even just to spot conceal, because it's very natural feeling. It's very thin and it's creamy, but it still covers up what you need it to. It also is very hydrating. It kind of reminds me of a serum concealer. I got these new cooling water jelly tints from Milk Makeup, which we're gonna try. I don't know, I think maybe we should do like a more corally shade actually. Yes, I think that's gonna be better. So let's try out this color in Spritz, which is described as a coral. So what's funny is everybody's going crazy about these because it's like a jelly. So it looks kind of like, literally like jello in the packaging. Like even when you touch it, it's like bouncy, and it's a very interesting product. But look at that pigment on there. Oh wow. It's a lot more sheer than I thought, but let's see how it applies over top of these products. Ew. I cannot stand the cakiness in the mouth. It drives me crazy. I'm sorry if you ever have to look at that. Let's go in with a fresh brush. Wow, the complexion is my favorite over the eye products, to be honest. Other than that black eye kohl, I do really like that. The shadow sticks are kind of like, right now. I'm not like obsessed with them. I definitely prefer the complexion over the eyes for sure. Let's see, this is interesting. I don't really want to apply this directly on my face. I think I'm gonna just go in on my brush and apply it. This is the e.l.f. Complexion Duo Brush. Okay, that's pretty. Very subtle. It kind of just looks like a natural wash of color. That actually built up a lot better than I thought it was going to. Very pretty, light, orangey, peachy coral. Doesn't look like there's any splotchiness. It actually went on very smooth. I always like to apply my products like this on a brush or on the back of my hand versus applying it directly, because it can sometimes lift your complexion underneath, and then sometimes it just doesn't look as smooth as I like. So I think this is the best way to apply this. It actually looks really pretty. So you can keep it very light. I can see this being like a no makeup look kind of blush, but it still builds up also really nicely as well. Just going over with my foundation brush on this side just to blend it out a little bit more. I really like that actually. This blended out a lot better than I thought, and it gave a lot more pigment than I thought as well. The complexion looked so good. It's actually my favorite that I've done. Like, it's very smooth on the skin. Like, you know, like the products just look totally porcelain and seamless. The concealer, I love the way this looks on my under eyes. I have a lot of fine lines, but it looks beautiful, very hydrated and healthy. I love it. And I think what's better, the best thing about everything today is that the shades are like on point. And then I picked up a new powder, the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Setting Powder in the shade Peach Pie. I've been loving the Cherry Blossom powder, and this is actually perfect for this look because it's very peachy. So let's see. This is a smooth, very matte powder. The only thing is it does have very, very heavy fragrance. Can I speak today? Fragrance. So if you are sensitive to smells, you're probably not gonna like this powder, but I love how smooth it looks on the under eyes. I mean, like, it's a filter basically in a powder. Okay, so I'm gonna use the other side of this puff. I mentioned this before, but to reuse your puffs, just slide it through the little loop and then you have a fresh puff. So you don't have to use another one. You can get double use out of your powder puffs. But anyways, let's dip in here. Remember, when you dip your powder in, or your powder puff in your powder, make sure it looks nice and smooth before you apply it to your under eyes. The fragrance, by the way, it kind of reminds me of just a very strong perfume, but I like it. It's strong. but it smells good, you know? And that looks amazing. I like how the peach is very subtle. It's not like orangey. It's a very neutral peach. I actually really like that. It's bright, but not too bright. Wow, that looks really good. Oh my gosh, I love that powder. She is blurring. It literally feels like I'm putting a smoothing filter on my face right now. Like, you see that transformation? Wow, I actually really like this one. This looks really good. It's bright, but it's still kind of neutral. I do feel like the cherry blossom powder is a little bit more bright on the under eyes, but I actually really like this because it is so just neutral, but still very smooth and matte. Complexion is looking really good. I do feel like, again, the powder, I don't feel like it darkens my face, but it's just not as bright as the cherry blossom, which I feel like it totally depends on the kind of look that you're going for. Like if I do more peachy blushes, I can see the peach powder being just very seamless with it. But then when I do pink blush, I love doing a pink powder because I feel like it just helps the pink blush to look very blended and smooth. So it totally depends on your look, but this looks really good. I'm into it. So let me finish up the eyes. I'm gonna go back in with the Huda Beauty Creamy Eye Kohl, which I love, by the way. Let's see how this lasts on the waterline. I'm curious. It really is so creamy, and you don't have to tug at your eyes to get pigment, which is really nice. Okay, and then we're gonna do a little smudged out shadow. I'm gonna use that brown in the ABH palette. I love Anastasia eyeshadows, by the way, and these little palettes are adorable. Perfect for traveling, and I love that you get a little mirror. We're gonna make this very smoky. Black liner just elevates the makeup look and makes it so much more sultry. See, like, I love it. That looks good. And then do I want to do a little inner corner highlight? I don't want to do too much. Let me pop this color in here. I was gonna do a shadow stick, but I don't really think I love the shadow sticks, honestly, you guys. All right, eyes are complete. I actually do like the eye makeup and everything, but the complexion is just doing it for me today. I love everything that I used on my face. So now I have another new palette. This is from Smashbox, and it's nice to have a new Smashbox product because I feel like they don't really come out with a ton of new stuff. So this is the Sculpt and Glow face palette. They came out with 4 different colors. This one specifically is in Back to Cali, and what I want to do is emphasize the blush and add some bronzer. So I'm going to start with the bronzer first. I love little palettes like this. Again, great for traveling. It's just so easy and compact. You get a mirror. It's fabulous. So I'm gonna just start warming up the skin. I'm using this little Fenty brush. This one is the bronzer brush, $1.95 actually. I'm gonna just start right around my temples and really press that product in. I like to press the product in so I don't move any of my products underneath. Oh, that's cute. It's warm, but it's not muddy. Look at that. That gave a nice little sun-kissed look. That looks really good. The formula seems more soft and buildable. It's not extremely pigmented right off the bat, which I don't mind for bronzers. I feel like that's a good thing because then you can just build it up however you like. I'm going to use the 4 contour brush for nose contour by Patrick Todd. I'm going to use a little bit of that right on the sides of my nose. I actually love the formula of this bronzer because it's so soft and buildable. So I think especially like for your nose, it's nice. Oh wow, that looks good. Let's add blush now. I'm gonna use both of these colors. I do like that milk blush. You can still kind of see a little bit of it, but I want to just emphasize it a bit more. Let's do a lip combo now. I'm going to go in with Anastasia Beverly Hills lip liner in Cool Brown. I've seen this color all over TikTok and it looks good on everybody that I've seen. I've never tried an ABH lip liner, but apparently these are very long wearing. So it is very creamy, even though it is a wooden lip pencil, so that's really impressive. I like this color. This is really cute. I'm trying to see, does it match the tip of it? I think it does. It's like I would say it's definitely very warm though. I mean, it says cool brown, but I feel like it's like a little combination of like cool and warm a little bit. I can see the coolness, but I can definitely see some warmth to this as well. But I'm going to top it off with a little Nude Sticks Intense Matte Lip and Cheek Pencil. I've never tried anything from Nude Sticks, so let's see. This one is in Sunkissed Nude. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's really pretty. That is a good lip combo. I am gonna add some highlight because I want to use this one from this palette, which I do like this palette, by the way. I'm just gonna take this with the same blush brush and top it over my blush for a little topper. A little bit on my chin. And then I'm gonna marinate this makeup, but I feel like I need a little bit of dew before I do some matte. So I'm gonna go in with the Rare Beauty 4-in-1 Always an Optimist spray. I love to use this before I go in with the mattifying setting spray because it does a really nice job at marinating your makeup and giving you a really natural, healthy glow. But I do want to use something matte today, so I'm gonna take the LYS Natural Finish setting spray. This is a little bit more on the matte side, but I feel like I need a little dew beforehand, so this is the setting spray combo of the day. Little Rare Beauty first. We're gonna let that marinate and dry, and then I'm gonna use the LYS spray. Wow, this looks really good. I love the lip combo. We're gonna chat about all these products because I have some thoughts. And now we're gonna do a little LYS. We have another successful first impressions in the books. Let's talk about these products, you guys, because we got some gems in today's video. First thing, I'm not crazy about these shadow sticks from Fenty. They're not bad, but they're not amazing. I think if you're gonna splurge on anything Fenty, let it be the lip products or the complexion products. These are just okay. I do like how pigmented they are, but I wish they were a little bit more creamy and they had a little bit of a better blend. So again, not bad, but not really a must-have high-end splurge item for me. So I'm gonna pass on those personally. I do like the look I created though, I will say. I really am into it. When it comes to this Photo Finish primer from Smashbox, I do think this is nice and smooth, and I like the way the foundation applied over top, but I have other favorite high-end primers that I prefer over this one. I don't really think it's necessary. I'm glad I got the mini size, but I probably wouldn't repurchase and get the bigger one because I feel like you can do better when it comes to high-end primers. Everything else though, I will say I really enjoyed. The Huda Beauty Creamy Eye Kohl is so intense, very pigmented. I don't notice any fading on my waterline right now. And I mean, you see how black this is. This is one of the blackest liners I've ever tried. And it's just super creamy. So I really like this so far. I love the Sultry palette from Anastasia. I know I literally only used 2 shades, but based on what I did use, I really like the black. I think if you have a good black eyeshadow in your collection, you're golden. It's very versatile. The brown is also really good in here as well. So I definitely want to dabble into some of these other shades, but this is really nice. I'm typically really impressed with Anastasia eyeshadows. I think they have good quality and I love how compact this is. When it comes to the complexion, I am so impressed with the Polite Society foundation. This is gorgeous, so smooth. I love the coverage. It feels lightweight. I mean, it's beautiful and I love the packaging. I think this is really cute. I also really like this shade, Light N. 10 out of 10. I'm also very much into the Fenty Beauty concealer. This looks gorgeous on the under eyes. I mean, it is smooth, also very thin, but it gave good coverage, but it still feels very natural and lightweight. I think this is going to be perfect for either full coverage days or no makeup days. So love this. I'll definitely keep you guys posted on how it wears. I really enjoyed the Milk Jelly tints, by the way. This is a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be super natural and light, but it actually has a good amount of pigment and it builds up beautifully. So I really like this color also, by the way, in Spritz. Super cute. The Huda Beauty powder. This is like a filter in a powder. It is stunning. I love the Cherry Blossom shade and I also really like this Peach Pie color. This is just very porcelain. It's matte. It looks great in photos. I did take a photo actually with flash and I wanted to show you. Look at how good that looks. This is just so airbrushed. It's intense. It is very matte though, so this is definitely for my combo and oily skin guys and gals out there, but I love it. I think this is gorgeous. Definitely gonna add that into the rotation for everyday or glam makeup. I really also like the Smashbox palettes. I like how these are really soft but buildable. They have a good amount of pigment without being too overwhelming. And again, I also love how compact these are. The highlighter is also really pretty and smooth, so I really like these so far. The bronzer in here is nice too. And then the lip combo, stunning. I just ate some bread before filming this and I didn't notice any smudging or anything. So I'm gonna have dinner and I'll let you know how this does last. But the ABH liner is super creamy. I love the pigment to this. I like the color and I like how it paired with the Nude Sticks crayon. Again, this one is in Sun-Kissed Nude. This is a gorgeous combo. It feels really comfortable also. This Nude Sticks, I'm into it. This is gonna be, I feel like, a perfect product also to keep in your purse. I love this color. This is beautiful. So really love a lot of these. I think there's a lot of good splurge items in here if you're looking for anything new in your collection. I really like these. I think my standout product of the day, definitely, it's gonna have to be this Huda Beauty Creamy Eye Kohl. This is stunning. And then the peach powder. I'm gonna have to do a full face of Huda because I have been so into her products lately. They're amazing. Let me know if you guys have tried any of these goodies. I would love to hear from you. And if there's anything else you want me to test out, also let me know down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for being here and hanging out with me. And I cannot wait to see you very soon in my next one. Bye.